Jai Swaminarayan. Today we are reading Loyā 2 of the Vachanāmrut. This passage is titled One with Faith, Jnān, Courage or Affection. Jnān refers to knowledge. On Kartik Vadhi the 11th, Samvat 1877, or the 1st of December 1820, Swami Sri Sahajanandji Maharaj was sitting facing south on a large decorated cot in Sura Akshar Darbar in Loyā. He was wearing a red kinkab surval and a black kinkab dagli with the word Narayan imprinted upon it. Around his head he had tied a Buranpuri, sky-colored veto with the golden threads along the edges. He had also tied an orange-colored veto around his waist. At that time, Muktanand Swami and other Paramahansas were singing devotional songs to the accompaniment of a dukat, sarod, sadhar, manjiras, while munis as well as devotees from various places had gathered before him in an assembly. Sounds like quite the celebration today. After the singing had concluded, Sriji Maharaj said, "O Paramahansas, please listen. I wish to ask you a question." The Munis said, "Maharaj, please ask." Thereupon Sriji Maharaj asked, "In this satsang, in this fellowship of spiritual seekers, when does a devotee become free from the fear of death and become convinced of their own liberation in this very life?" Muktanand Swami replied as well as he could, but Sriji Maharaj's question was not answered satisfactorily. So the other Paramahansas requested, "Maharaj, you will have to answer the question." Sriji Maharaj then began, "While you were singing devotional songs, I thought about this. In my mind, I feel that there are 4 types of devotees of God who no longer fear death and who feel completely fulfilled. These 4 types are, first, one who has faith. Second, one with Jnān, knowing wisdom. Third, one with courage. And fourth, one with affection. These 4 types of devotees do not fear death, and they feel fulfilled while still alive. Now, I shall describe the characteristics of these 4 types of devotees. One who has faith has established absolute faith in the words of God and his Sant, his saint. Therefore, by the strength of their faith in God, they do not harbor any fear of death. Also, they believe, I have attained the manifest form of Purushottam Bhagwan, and thus I am fulfilled. A devotee with Jnān has the strength of Atma realization, knowing themselves to be the beingness behind this body and mind, or pervading it, and believes, I am Brahma Swarup. I have the form of the divine as my very own form, through which the divine lives, you could say, and a devotee of God. Therefore, they too do not fear death. All of the indriyas, all of the senses, and andhakaran, the inner faculties, tremble with fear before a devotee who has courage. Also, they are not afraid of anyone. So they do not transgress any of God's injunctions in any way. As a result, they believe themselves to be fulfilled and do not have even the slightest fear of death. The fourth, who has affection, has the inclination of a faithful partner. The vritti, the thought force or the concentration of a faithful partner, is not drawn to anyone except their own partner, and they have affection only for their partner. Similarly, this devotee of God, like the faithful partner, has affection only for their master, God. As a result, they believe themselves to be fulfilled and do not have even the slightest fear of death. out of these 4 types of inclinations, if only one is predominant and the other 3 are subordinate, one still overcomes the fear of births and deaths. But if a person does not have any one of the 4, then their fear of death is not overcome. Having said this, Sriji Maharaj asked all of the Paramahansas and other devotees, "Of these 4, please declare which inclination is predominant within you." So, all of the Paramahansas described whichever inclination was predominant within them, and the other devotees did likewise. Hearing this, Sriji Maharaj was very pleased. Then Sriji Maharaj continued, "Of these 4 types, all those who have the inclination of courage may come near and bow down at my feet." So, those who had the inclination of courage placed Sriji Maharaj's holy feet on their chests and bowed down before him. Having said this, Sriji Maharaj returned to go to sleep. Thus we get to the end of Loyā the 2nd. So thank you for listening. Jai Swaminarayan.